This is as good as Georgia's looked a little while. Week to week, you never know what you're going to get. Very important victory for Georgia. I think it puts them in an excellent position to still get in the playoff because they now have victories over Clemson, Texas, and Tennessee. They also have 2 losses, Alabama and Ole Miss. But those 3 victories, if that is what people are going to, the committee is going to factor in, is actually beating somebody, then Georgia's got quite a case. But Kirby, he didn't like the committee. He's not kissing up to him. He's not shining up to him. He said, quote, "I don't know what they're looking for. I really don't. I wish they could really define the criteria." Oh, you don't want to hear that. It takes 2 days. No, Kirby, no. Quote, and then he gets rid of the criteria. "I wish they could do the eyeball test where they come down here and look at the people we're playing against and look at them. You can't see that stuff on TV." Okay, now, dude, HD TV. I mean, these are good TVs.
I mean, yeah, I saw them plenty. I saw them pretty clearly, Dan, on the field, you know?
CFP needs better TVs. That's what he's saying. Quote, "They're not in that in-game environment." Fair enough. They're not at Ole Miss in that environment playing against that defense, which is top 5 in the country. They don't know that. They don't understand that. This is in response to Ward Manuel having to do the hostage talk on Tuesday, and of course, unnecessarily causing the committee to get berated by Kirby Smart. Ward said their offense hasn't been consistent. Lies detected, anyone?
Nope.
Okay. The committee discussed that. Okay. They've struggled with some turnovers. Lies detected? Yep. No. Defense has been solid, although in the loss to Ole Miss, we felt inconsistent offense plays a factor. With the offense struggling, their defense was on the field quite a bit. That was what he said about Georgia. That's whatever. Anyway, Kirby finished with, "They'll probably look at this week and say we just played against one of the best defenses in the country and we put up 453 and could have been more. It's just a tale each week. We're trying to be the cumulative, whole, good quality team and not be on this emotional roller coaster that's controlled by people in a room somewhere that may not understand football like we do as coaches." Now, hold on before I let you go, Pat, because I'm guessing you got some thoughts. I don't know. Kirby's not necessarily wrong. Might be right. They shouldn't be doing the damn meetings. That's my point. But on the committee, Chris Ault, former coach. Nevada, Jim Grobe, former coach. Wake Forest. Gary Pinkel, longtime coach. Missouri, and Mike Riley, former coach at Oregon State. There's also former players, Will Shield, Randall McDaniel, Ward Manuel, Michigan AD. I think he also played at Michigan. May have coached at some point too. So some of them know. Some of them are coaches and know ball.
The whole tenor of his thing was, "You don't know ball," which has become, of course, your dismissive shorthand of the internet for anybody who says something you don't agree with. And that's going to be the tenor of, I think, what we're going to hear from the SEC and probably from other people. Notre Dame, second Big 12 team, second ACC team. Maybe Indiana, if they lose, is you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're looking at. We're really good. Fine, let everybody do their lobbying, but I'm glad, yes, we're here to give some reality checks. Thank you for running down the makeup of the committee and the people who don't know ball who actually coached a lot of ball and won a lot of games. The SEC, that's just going to be their thing. It's a different league down here, is what Kirby said, and that's going to be their selling point. And look, historically they're correct, and this year they're probably correct. And that's why they're going to get the most teams in. I think maybe the Big Ten ends up with as many teams, but the SEC has been the best conference. But that doesn't mean you just get an unlimited pass to lose games and look bad losing games. And that's kind of the problem here is, look, sorry, Curb, you lost by 18 to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss lost to Kentucky. And okay, yes, you're all in the same SEC sphere, but it doesn't mean you're infallible. And the losses have to count. But the wins have to count, and that's why this game was so big. And they were incredibly good after falling behind 10-0. And it really looked like, oh my God, here we go again. Like the dynasty was literally crumbling in front of your eyes for a quarter because they were so bad against Ole Miss. And you figure, well, they're just going to come out breathing fire. No, they came out reeling, got down 10-0. And then it was like one play. They hit one play at the end of the first quarter, a pass from Carson Beck to Dominic Lovett. And that was all Beck needed. He needed to see one good thing happen. And then he had a scramble. And then it's like one good thing led to another, led to another, led to another. And it's like, oh, I remembered, oh, I'm good. And even good players can have confidence crises, but he came through spectacularly, and that crowd wheeled around and became a madhouse, and Tennessee did what they do when they play Georgia. They faded.